So my name is Willie Mohammed and I work in the Kensington and Chelsea borough. I'm a caseworker here. And yeah, I've been here for just over a year, and I can just honestly say that it has been one of the best careers that I've ever chosen in my life. I'm positively impacting people's lives, and I'm able to become a role model for these young people. And someone that grew up here in this country for a long time, born here, I grew up with a lack of role models. So just to grow, just to be doing this field of work and actually becoming that role model for those young people who actually don't have any has been a big blessing. So at the moment, we receive our referrals. So what happens, how I work is I receive my referrals from the Serious Youth Violence Panel. So that's young people that were involved in serious youth violence. They might be victims or they might be perpetrators, or get it from police or social services, and many other agencies in the area. So I aim to immediately change their mentality at first. I see where they're at mentally. I support them with getting into education or employment, or sometimes I support them with, just being almost like a mentor, support them with housing. There's many different things that we do at the moment. And one thing that we did do, also we can also like use our expertise to see like what's the gaps in the market and how we can support the young people. So one thing that I did start up during the summer, during last year, was a job club, because I noticed that during the lockdown, a lot of young people were becoming super depressed. And that's one thing that I learned during the lockdown, is that mental health and depression and all these things were often overlooked amongst young people. So I almost had to change the direction of how I work. So instead of actually immediately intercepting the crime that they've done or anything like that, I actually had to do a lot of therapeutic support and mental health support. And I feel like in the next couple of years, this is the road that we're probably going to most likely be going down as well. Young people do need a lot of support mentally and emotionally as well. And so on the ground, I can give you one example, one case that I was working with, a young female. She was only 17 years old of age. She wasn't in employment or education, and she was homeless as well. So what I had to do was immediately, during lockdown, we were on the ground. We were still working. So I had to do a risk assessment, but we're maintaining social distancing. However, I still managed to find her accommodation via the housing, and it was not a simple process. It was a very, very long process. I had to advocate for her on so many different things. I had to raise her safeguarding concerns. I had to raise her vulnerability. And eventually I managed to get her into some sort of supported accommodation, which suited her needs. And then on top of that, now I continued that work with her, offering her a lot of therapeutic support and just mentoring, as to the best that I could. And eventually she managed to find work, and now she's working full time, and now she's in education. This was a young female that was really like almost hopeless, and when she first met me, she lost trust in many agencies and many professionals as well. She had no trust in the system, but I was able to show her that by committing to her, by showing her that I am there, by showing her that I am still available despite the pandemic that's happening. Our doors were always open, and I was able to be that positive role model that I was mentioning earlier. And now 6 months down the line, maybe 9 months down the line, actually, her life has come 360. And that's the kind of things that I do pride myself on, is the fact that we are able to make a change, we are able to intercept these young people and whatever issues that they're facing. Let it be county lines, which is on the rise right now. Let it be mental health support. Let it be finding work and employment, or just being that person who can actually, from lived experience, I can actually see the path that people are going down, and I can be that person who can change and show my experience and my skill set. And that's something that I really pride myself on, and it's something that that's just one example that I gave you. Honestly, I could give you a couple more, but I don't think we have the time for that. But it's just something that every single day when I come to work, I'm just excited that knowing that I could possibly change someone's life today for the better. So I'm like new to the project. So I've only been here for 1 year. So if this has been going on for 15 years, all I can just say is that, it's a blessing to be part of the new generation of SOS caseworkers. And let's just see how we can keep pushing and striving from here. Thank you.